So yeah, I was trying to collect some of my missing Peter James books that I haven't yet read, and a lady said she's got quite a few that she's happy to give if I could come and collect them. She's just in the local area, very local area actually, and I did. And what you see in this video is what I got. Yeah, the picture will give you a nice idea of how many books I got. There's a lot. So I've only looked at the ones that are on top. The rest will be a surprise as I unbag it on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, what a generous gesture from this lady. I did several times try to offer her money, but she wouldn't take any. I think it's generally helping her to clear them. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. So yeah, I've only seen what's on top of the bags. Other than that, will be a mystery. So one I did spot. 4th of July by James Patterson. Now, I've not read this. It's part of the Women's Murder Club. The lady who gave these to me mentioned that book series. I read one a long time ago, I think, from the library, and I did like it. Yeah, this one is with Maxine Patro. Now, I've read James Patterson's ones with that author, and I've liked them. So, a lot of people seem to share this opinion with James Patterson. They like his books when he wrote them on his own, like his sort of original ongoing run of books. He wrote many. When he's paired with another author, obviously he wrote one with Bill Clinton, Dolly Parton, and many people. Some people don't seem to like them quite so much. I've actually found the same thing. I mean, they're readable. I've finished them and that, but yeah, I've not found them quite so good. Whether or not that's because James Patterson is just putting his name to it and he hasn't actually written any of it, I don't know, but I do wonder, but I just don't know. But I have found the ones with Maxine to be some of the better pairing with James Patterson. It's a #1 international bestseller, so it's apparently done well. So yeah, I will definitely give that a read. Now I'm looking forward to reading this. So this is by an author called Karen Slaughter, called Faithless. I have heard of this author. I think she's written quite a few books. Oh, it's a special first edition. That's nice. Yeah, and oh, is that her there? Yeah. The lady who kindly gave the books also mentioned this author, and yeah, I did want to read her books. I've actually got one from a while ago that I need to find, and I'll read that. But in the meantime, I can read this. It's the #1 bestseller also. Now, Gone Girl, I already own this, and I have this same copy, so this will perhaps be one to sell. It says "Read It Now, It's That Good" by Daily Mail. Yeah, so it's got that nice orange writing on the black background. Very good book. If you've never read it, basically a husband finds that his wife's gone missing one day, and the book contains 2 narratives, from the husband and also from the wife. The wife's narrative is in the form of her diaries that she kept. Also adapted to a good film, actually. I thought very good film, actually. I thought with Ben Affleck and what's her name? Is it Rosamund Pike? It's on the tip of my tongue. Sorry, the name is something like that. It's gone out of my mind, but yeah, it was a good film. But the book is excellent and highly recommend it if you haven't read it, if you're into your thrillers. We also have Stephen Leather. Now, I've heard of Stephen Leather, but never read. So what's this? The Double Tap. In the top rank of thriller writers, and that comes from Jack Higgins, legendary thriller writer. I'll definitely look forward to reading that. It looks like it might be a bit more adventure-y, if you know what I mean, which I do like as well. Adventure novels are another one of my favourite genres. Thrillers, adventure novels, probably 2 of my favourites. This is an author I do like. Monday Morning. I haven't read this one. That is a good play on words. I like that, Monday Morning. Yeah, I highly recommend this author if you've never read her, and I do mean to read more, so that's excellent. What else have we got? Oh, another one from her. Yes, excellent. Bare Bones, another one I wanted to read. Very good. The Venus Fix, MJ Rose, 23 Days, 5 Women, 1 Vengeful Killer. There are 23 days left until your birthday, and to show you how much I love you, I promise by then all 5 of these women will have been punished. This I do for you. Wow, that sounds interesting. And that is by an author I'm not familiar with called MJ Rose. So I look forward to giving that a read. It's always good to try an author you've not read before, because you might end up finding you love them and then you can read all their books. Alex Gray, Pitch Black. I think I've seen this with a different cover, and it was one I wanted to read, so looking forward to that. I think I've seen it with a cover that looks more like the that classic sort of Lee Child style. When they released those versions of his books with a certain cover, I then saw those other thrillers with a very similar cover. But yeah, maybe this is an early edition. What's the date on this one? 2008. Look forward to that. What else have we got here? Patricia Cornwell. I've read some Patricia Cornwell books. I think are somewhat legendary. What's the word? Author. I forgot what the word was. Yep, definitely looking forward to reading that. Oh no, that's interesting. Andy McNab. I've not read any Andy McNabs before. Deep Black. That's a very blurred effect going on there. Deep Black. I could definitely give Andy McNab a go. I know he's wrote many books, I believe. Lee Weeks, not Lee Child, Lee Weeks, The Trophy Taker, Missing Girls, A Brutal Killer, A City in Terror, The Female James Patterson. Oh, that's interesting, because that is typically the spelling of the male Lee, isn't it? But it's actually female. Introducing Detective Johnny Manhunter. So maybe this is an ongoing series, or it was the first one. Oh, nice brightly coloured pages. What date have we got here? 2008. So that's an author to try that I haven't read before. Now, Mark Billingham, I've seen this author a lot. I notice they seem to sell well as well, like they're pretty popular. Yes, definitely give this one a go. Sleepyhead, not too familiar with it, although I'm familiar with being a sleepyhead, definitely. Excellent author, and I haven't read this one. I've only read 2 Michael Connelly books, and they have both been excellent. I definitely did want to read more. So this is Angels Fight. Every cop in LA is a suspect. Michael Connelly is justly regarded as one of the world's finest crime writers from Mail on Sunday. Yep, I definitely have to read more of his work. Guilty as Sin by Tammy Hogue, not familiar with this. Author of Night Sins. Sounds like something on Channel 4 at about 10 o'clock. Maybe Channel 5 actually. So another author I'm not familiar with. And as I said, that is really good because that will help introduce them to me. Oh, we've got another Karen Slaughter. This is excellent. I can properly get into Karen Slaughter now. The Kept Woman. Special Agent Will Trent is back, and so is his past. Right, you can have a read of the blurb if you want. You can always pause while I take a sip of coffee because I'm getting a bit dry. Does anyone think that coffee and books is like the perfect combination, or perhaps tea and books if you prefer? Linwood Barkley. Author rings a bell. I think I've seen the author in the library, perhaps. Trust Your Eyes, a suspense master. That's coming from Stephen King. High praise indeed. What would you do if you witnessed a murder but no one believed you? This sounds like the type of concept I like in a thriller. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Now, I've read a lot of thrillers, but there are so many authors. You are not going to have read them all. A Twist of the Knife. You will never see it coming. Right, I love this book. This is Peter James's short story collection. I do already have this one. So I'll either pass it on to somebody else who wants to read it, or sell it. But yeah, it's an excellent book, I have to say. Yeah, the lady said she's got some more Peter James books anyway, so that would be good. Oh, here's another one. We're getting into the Peter James now. Picture You Dead. Now this is one that I haven't read, so that's excellent. This is about Detective Grace. You may recognise John Sim there. Is it John Sim or John Sims? I always forget. But the Master from Doctor at one point. ITV have an adaptation of the Grace novels, and it's pretty decent. It's good. I enjoy the books even more, but it is nice having a good adaptation like the DCI Banks one with what's his name? Is it Stephen Tompkins? I'm not good with names, but yeah, that's good. I like that. So Killian Jericho, I've heard of this. He originally brought in the works. I recognise that label. William Hussey. So what's this about? Yes, this sounds good. I will definitely be giving this a go. And last of the first bag, Into the Dark by Stuart Johnson. Gritty and insightful, says Edinburgh Evening News. Not familiar with that, but definitely intrigued by it. Right, we're on to the second bag, and I can see another Mark Billingham, The Bones Beneath. That's that one. Now, this is an interesting one. I saw this on the top of the bag. This is Thomas Harris, Hannibal Rising, the classic book. However, this is a different edition. Like, I haven't seen this edition before. So it's a nice one to collect, really. Oh, to be honest, I want to read the Hannibal again. It was so long ago since I got them out in the library. This edition is 2006, bought from Asset for £9.96. Very nice hardback version. Now another author that the lady and I were discussing, Jeffrey Deaver. Now, I've not read many of his, but I definitely wanted to read more because I've heard a lot of good things. The Sleeping Doll. I mean, if that is not a creepy cover, then I don't actually know what is. That is actually terrifying. So this is a psychological thriller. This one's only got the praise. It's got no blurb. Maybe it's inside. Oh yeah, that would tell you a bit of the story. The blurb's inside the jacket there. Break No Bones. Is that the second title of hers? That feature Bones, which is of course interesting because the series Bones is based on her work. Really nice cover. Again, really nice one to add to a shelf. And of course read. Read first and then ditch your shelf. John Harvey, Good Bait. This is the thing though, books are nice to read, but they're also great to collect. Good Bait. I've heard of John Harvey. I have. It's another psychological thriller, I think. Got a nice mix of hardbacks and paperbacks. Michael Connolly, yes, another one. The Drop. When the evidence does not match the truth. Yeah, that's what he looks like. Hello, Michael Connolly. Or that's what he looks like when that picture was taken. Yes, I do already own this. I did enjoy this. Dan Brown, The Lost Symbol. Now, a lot of people, when I read reviews online, don't seem to like Dan Brown. A lot do. He's a massive seller with, of course, books such as Da Vinci Code. But I personally enjoy them enough to read them, if you know what I mean. Yeah, The Lost Symbol. I remember reading that, and this is the exact version I've got in hardback. Yeah. Oh, nice. Jeffrey Dever. Is that how you say his name? Dever? The Broken Window. Lincoln Rhyme is back, and this time it's close to home. So I do love it when they follow a particular detective story, like a particular detective and their stories, I should say. Oh, what's this? This is interesting. This seems like a random non-thriller one that's here. The Decision Book. 50 models for strategic thinking. Oh, okay. I'm going to give this a little look. What do I want and how do I get it? How can I live happily and work more effectively. I've heard of books like this. You're enveloping it. Oh, I'm definitely going to give that a read. That's intrigued me. It's just so fun when you get like a random mix of books and just see what's inside. I am Pilgrim. The only thriller you need to read this year, Guardian. What if I want to read more than one? But okay. But yeah, I mean that's high praise from Guardian, because if you've ever read any reviews from Guardian, I feel like they look for any excuse to give things 1 star, but I might be wrong. 2012. Sorry, wait, who's the author? I literally have with an exclusive extract from Terry Hayes' new novel, so I assume it's Terry Hayes, but they haven't made it as clear. Oh, I like the inside. Who the author is? Yeah, Terry Hayes. Wow, very nicely done. We have another Jeffrey Deaver. The Cold Moon. All nice cover, and again, that's creepy. That's like a clock with a doll inside, or some kind of android. I'm not sure, but it looks cool. So I look forward to reading that. A lot of them don't have blurbs on, but they're in the inside front. So getting towards the end now. No One Saw a Thing. This is a Penguin book. Andrew Mara. Not an author I'm familiar with. I'll definitely give that one a read. Another Karen Slaughter. So this is Pretty Girls. A missing girl I hope never lost. A killer never found. Jack and Jill, James Patterson. Do you know what? I don't think I have a surviving copy of this, unfortunately. So I'm glad to have this, and I'll give it another read because it's been a long time. This was one of these massive hits, I do believe. I don't think they did a film of that one. They did, of course, of Along Came the Spider. James Patterson. Oh, and this one's with Mike Lupica. House of Wolves, Murder Runs in the Family. I'll definitely give this a go, because I was saying that often when James Patterson's writing with another author, they're not always as good as when he's on his own, but I'll definitely give it a go. No one gets this big without amazing natural storytelling talent, which is what Jim has in spades, and that's coming from Lee Child, a very good thriller writer, edge of your seat thriller writer, I would say. And remember, James Patterson was for a while, I don't know if he still is, but was the most borrowed author from the libraries. That was in the UK. And the last book is Whole Truth by Cara Hunter. We end with a another one I'm not familiar with. Another author and another story. An attractive student, an older professor. Think you know the story? Think again. That sounds interesting. Soon to be a TV series. Oh, I have to look that up. See what the series is like. The Whole Truth. That's not the one. Oh, there's something with Martin Freeman where he's a teacher, and then there is a student, younger student. Don't know if it's that, but I've just heard quite a bit about that. Interesting. And that's it. So what an excellent selection I got there.